Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It's your boy Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is cryptocurrency. Guys, excited to bring some content to you guys today. This has been something very, very interesting that we've been watching and kind of following for a long time. A long time for us, right? Since we've been in crypto a few months back, right? Been watching, the different players in the game. And as you guys know, our background, right, is business owners, right, online marketers, internet marketers, have a successful network marketing business. We've always approached cryptocurrency as another stream of income, right? Another stream of income. And so for us, we always looked at cryptocurrency like that. And so we've been watching some of the players in the cryptocurrency space, and we all know about Bitcoin. We all know about Ethereum, right? And for me, once I decided where I was going to go in terms of cryptocurrency, and I think everyone really should look at it and kind of see where they fit in the crypto, right? And I've always said, right, there's three types of people in crypto, right? There is the trader, right? This cryptocurrency is like, for traders, professional traders, it's like a bee, and I don't know, a mosquito at a nudist colony. Let's say that it's like a right because there's so much to go. There's so many places to go, but you don't know where to start. Right? You see it all there, and you're just like, OMG. Like, so for a trader, cryptocurrency is like wow, right? Because there's so many ways to make money if you're a trader. Obviously, if you're going trading is risky, but if you're a trader, there's so many places to make money, right? Traders level, you can be the quick flip trader, you can be the trader that's it's a more long term. You can be the trader using bots. So many options for the trader. So there's the traders, which is not me. And then there are what I like to call the P2P people, right? And those are the peer-to-peer people, I call them, right? Those are the crypto enthusiasts. Those are the Bitcoin. What is the word? Like I don't want to say junkie. What's the word when groupies? The Bitcoin groupies. Those are the blockchain groupies. Those are the people that are enamored by the idea of nodes and blockchain technology and things like that, right? I call them the peer-to-peer, the P2P people, and you got to have those. God bless them. You have to have those people, right? Those that are screw the banks, right? Right? Those people, right? So the P2Ps, and then there are the retail investors, right? Or the average Jane and Joes that I like to call them, like myself, the retail investors, as the market would like to call us, right? And then those are us, right? And so that's where I fall. I'm the retail investor. I'm the guy that's looking to make some money, level up the lifestyle of my family, add another income stream coming into the family, right? So that's me, right? And I think it's always important to kind of see where you fit, where do you fit, and then kind of do your thing, right? Do your thing accordingly, right? And so for me, it's the retail investor. And so I've always looked at it from that standpoint as a way to make some money, to bring another income stream in. And so the business doing that, we're going to take a business approach to this when we decide to get into cryptocurrency. I like to look at the business owners. I like to look at the creators of projects. I like to look at CEOs and founders and co-founders and see what they're doing, and get on the website. When I go check out a project, I'm looking to see like who's the CEO, what's the experience, who the CTO, what are their experience, who the CFO, what are their experience, what are who are the developers, what are their experience, right? I'm checking that out, right? That type of thing. And so maybe a P2P person might be looking completely at the devs and looking at the technology, looking to see perhaps what's the use case, really kind of delving into that. For me, I give more of an edge to the CEO, the co-founder, I give them the edge, the ability to grow a company. Why? Why do I give that? Why do I give that more credit than the technology, or perhaps, or some other things? Because I'm an investor. I want this smart and intelligent, experienced in growing a company. That's what I kind of want, right? And so that's for me. That's what I look at. Doesn't mean that the other, looking at the technology behind something won't, doesn't mean that's not a good thing. But if I had to weigh one more heavily than the other, I'm looking at the CEO. I'm looking at the co-founders. I'm looking at the CTOs, the CFOs. I'm looking at the guys who have building a successful business background, right? Because a lot of times you could have awesome technology, but if the CEO is not worth his salt, it's not going to go anywhere, or certainly not going to go to where it can go, right? So anyway, so that's what I looked at, and I've been watching three guys, right? I've been watching three guys. I've been watching, the Ripple guy, the Brad Garlinghouse, right? I've been watching him, right? I've been watching the CEO or founder or creator of Cardano, right? That's Charles Hoskinson. And I've been watching this Dan Larimer guy for EOS or EOS, depending on how you want to. Now, it's an interesting thing about Dan, because Dan is a technology guy. So I've been kind of watching him, but he's been co-founders of some stuff, right? So he's not just a very smart program. He's co-founder of the blockchain social platform Steemit. He's currently the CTO of EOS. It was another thing as well. I forget what it was, but he was also another BitShares. He created BitShares. So it's like a smart guy, right? Capable of taking things, capable of taking an idea, project, and then having it become successful. I think I just looked at BitShares and live coin watch, just kind of see where they were, right? So you got Brad, right, for Ripple. And I think for me, when I'm looking at the three different cryptocurrencies, what I'm looking for or projects, is I'm looking for the people who are out there making things happen, right? So when you're a company, are you making moves, or are you just letting your technology kind of run its course and hope that people say, oh, snaps. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. That is amazing technology. Yeah, that makes sense. Or are you the CEO that's out there in the marketplace making moves? I think for me, that is the biggest thing, making moves. Are you making moves? And so I wanted to talk about Ripple. A lot of people, like a lot of the P2P people, right? They're like, the peer-to-peer, they're like, Ripple, banks, right? Not so excited about it, right? But I'm a retail investor, right? I'm a retail investor. So I'm looking for Brad to be out there doing some stuff, right? So this is an interesting thing. It says Ripple wants to beat Bitcoin, right? In India. Initially planned to give away billions. So wants to beat Bitcoin. So there's a CEO with a mission, a vision for where they want to go and what it is that they want to do. Now you could write that mission, you could talk about the vision amongst yourselves, or you can get out there and make moves like Ripple has, and Ripple has been doing for years, making moves, getting in contact with banks, establishing relationships, promoting their X Rapid and the other X, I forget the name, Current maybe, getting it out in the marketplace, doing presentations, having meetings, partnering up, getting joint ventures, right? Because as a retail investor, that's what I want, right? That's what I want as a retail investor, right? So you understand what I'm saying? That's what we want. So check this out. Ripple, the largest bank targeted blockchain protocol, because there's others like Stellar, Lumen, is attempting to take over 50% of India's finance sector. Now, it didn't say that Ripple was attempting to take over 50% of South Dakota's finance sector, right? 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 It said 50% of India's finance sector by processing payments with low fees and efficient systems. At the Scaling and Digital Disruption in FinTech Conference, Ripple Vice President Ashish Birla said that the company envisions surpassing the adoption rate of Bitcoin to ensure XRP, which is their token, like Ripple is the company, XRP is the cryptocurrency, two different things, to ensure that XRP becomes the dominant cryptocurrency in the region of India. Okay? Like for me as a retail investor, right? For me, I'm excited about news like that, right? And I was watching a guy the other day, the Modern Investor. If you guys are on YouTube, check him out. Really smart stuff that he gets out there, right? And I'm watching him, and he's going over this and some other things, and I'm thinking to myself, I mean, he's making some points about something that were important, and I'm thinking, as a retail investor, I'm thinking, I'm going to level up. I'm going to add to my position because for me, it's a retail thing. For me, I'm not trying to put my currency above someone else's cryptocurrency, right? I'm not trying to win the cryptocurrency of the year award, right? I'm a retail guy, right? I'm looking to level up the lifestyle of my family, right? So when I look at this, I think, yep, it makes sense. And I'm going to give you an analogy because I want you guys, there's a reason why I brought up those three different CEOs. But just think about the moves that Ripple and XRP are making. Giving away 2 billion XRP. So just think about this. Currently, as of July 12th, one XRP costs around 44 cents. And at its peak, it was valued over $3. Over $3 during a panel. I remember it was brutal. I sold at $1.50, something crazy, really crazy. Birla revealed that Ripple planned to give away 2 billion XRP to the entire population of India to streamline the process of introducing XRP to the nation and encourage the usage of the current cryptocurrency. Birla said, and I quote, "We looked early on at India and we looked at 2 billion people, a huge market, and we decided, how do you get 2 billion people onto Ripple? Do we give the currency away to earn every Indian? That's like 2 billion. Just give it away. 2 billion XRP at 44 cents would cost 800 million. And based on the all-time high price of XRP, which could be achieved once again in the next rally of the cryptocurrency market, 2 billion XRP tokens could easily be worth roughly $7 billion, right? To secure the Indian finance market and to provide financial support to the majority of the population that is underbanked. They're underbanked. Ripple initially considered giving away 880 million and potentially billion to the population of India. But given the difficulty involving the process of distributing XRP to billions of people in the region and the costs involved, Birla said that the company decided to secure a strategic partner. The company decided, you got to always listen to the message behind the message, right? When you listen to people from the corporate, people from billion-dollar companies, right? Ripple is a billion-dollar company, right? The two original guys, whatever, 2 billion, 5 billion, I think each, something on that, because they have, millions upon millions of XRP, right? So, and I read something the other day that one of the guys has enough that if XRP goes back to $3 and change, his amount of XRP that he holds would be worth almost 60 billion. $60 billion, right? So Birla said that the company decided to secure strategic partnerships with the country's largest bank instead. Right? So That's the message there. Now this is at a conference, right? Remember when I said at the beginning they were at this conference here, and he talked about he's talking about something that they thought about doing. This Birla guy at the conference, right? So you have to kind of understand this. What the modern investor was trying to get across to the listeners, that you just can't say, as a billion-dollar company, especially in the cryptocurrency world, where everyone is looking to regulate this space, you can't just kind of put stuff out there. So the fact that he mentioned that that's what they were looking to do, right? You have to look at it, from 10,000 feet up, right? So Birla's not going to put that out there, right? Unless it was something that they already looked at, already thought about, and already decided to do something different, right? Because you can't put a certain speculation out there like that and knowing that you're this billion-dollar company, right? So you have already gone through all of that, and when realize that that's not something that can be reasonably done. But here's the message behind the message. Birla said that the company decided, look, billions of people in the region, the cost involved, given the difficulty, decided to do something else. And what they decided to do, instead of do that, right, was decided to secure strategic partnerships with the country's largest banks instead, right? Like, you get that message, right? I mean, surely they weren't going to give away that many billions of XRP to people, right? And so what they're saying with that message is we are making moves. We are making moves, and in a spot in India where there's 2 billion people, and we're making moves because we want them to use XRP more than they use BTC. Or as much, if not more, than they use BTC. You get that? They're making moves. They're not just saying how awesome this stuff is. They're going out and making moves and proving how awesome XRapid and XCurrent, I believe it's called, is. Right? So as a retail investor, we get excited about that. Right? It says that was one idea. But then we realized that if you get the top 3 banks in India onto Ripple, you get 80% of the market share. And then we looked at the future. And then we looked at where's the future. And so we realized in the next 5 years, 1 billion people will become banked in India. In the next 5 years, 1 billion people will become banked in India. But they'll be banked through their phone. So then we started targeting. So you see what's happening? They're making moves. So then we started targeting mobile phone providers and telcos. And so now I think that in our pipeline we have probably 50% of the market in India in our pipeline, either integrated onto Ripple or in the deal, in the sort of pipeline to be signed to India. Like for me, like I'm jumping up and down. So I, when I saw this, I increased my position, right? I got some more XRP, right? I got some more XRP, and I'll tell you the reason why here a little bit later. So if Ripple succeeds in building a network of banks and billions of individual users in India, the liquidity network of the Ripple blockchain based XRapid and XCurrent, so I was right, XRapid and XCurrent, could be more valuable and, most importantly, more efficient than banking systems, right? So that's the key as a retail investor, right? You want that. For me, it's not about XRapid and XCurrent. It's about or XRP. It's about the CEO and the CTO and the co-founders and the corporate people making moves to become mass adopted. That's what it's about. Having great technology is not enough, right? You got to be out there making moves, right? And so that's why I give that a little bit more weight than I give the technology. Not that you have to, obviously you have to have the technology, but if you don't have a guy out there making moves, it can be challenged. If you don't have a guy or a gal out there making moves, it's going to be a slow process because you're just waiting for technology to win over. You got to get out there and make the moves, right? And so, I picked 3 cryptocurrencies, and the reason why I didn't pick Stellar, which is kind of in this, looking to kind of do the same things in the banking community and believes they have it's just something as valuable as XRP, is the moves aren't the same. They're certainly not as often. They certainly are not as frequent. They certainly aren't as heavy. They certainly don't hold or pack as much power. What Stellar does have is, there are companies looking to do more stuff on their blockchain, in terms of ICOs and different things like that. But for me, I think XRP is just, it's ahead of the pack in terms of doing what they want to do. They just figured out who the target market was, and they set out in motion to make it happen, and they're doing it. And I just think it's brilliant. Listen to this statement. Once Ripple finds the majority of bank users and remittance senders in India on this blockchain protocol, Beeler emphasized that the company will leverage its influence in the region to convince major banks like Wells Fargo to send payments via the Ripple network. And I think that's the genius. The genius is in the moves, and the vision, and the things that they're doing with the brilliant technology that they have. And so I brought up those 3 cryptocurrencies because I liken Ripple, EOS, and Cardano. For me, I liken them to Google, eBay, and Amazon. Right? These were 3 companies with great ideas and great technology, and looking to leverage the technology with CEOs, CTOs, creators, whatever you want to call them, out there making moves and having done it successfully. And so when you look at Google, eBay, and Amazon today, my question would be to you guys, how much do you have? Like, do you have some Google? Do you have some eBay? Do you have some Amazon? You know what I'm saying? Do you have some of those? Because I see you have a chance to do that now if you don't. And I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm not a financial planner, advisor. I'm not suggesting to go out and buy XRP or EOS or Cardano. I have because when I look at live coin watch and I see, and I'm fairly certain that you can't get any Google or any eBay or any Amazon for less than $1. For less than $1, right? You got Ripple at 43 cents, and they're attacking places. They're doing Japan and South Korea as well. You got EOS at $6.99, still doable, right? Plenty of stocks. People are buying stocks for way more than $7. Way more. People buying way more. And you got Cardano now at 16 cents. Just think about that. So if you liken Cardano, XRP, and EOS to Google, eBay, and Amazon, where can you get that? Where are you going to get some? Can you get some? Would you get some? I don't know about you guys. I know what I'm doing. I'm dollar cost averaging into 3 of those. Each of those. Every single chance that I get. Like every single chance that I get. I'm getting more Cardano. I'm getting more Ripple. I'm getting more EOS. And again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not your financial planner. Please don't do anything just because of something that I'm doing. You want to do your own homework, do your own due diligence. Do your own homework. Make sure that it makes sense to you. But again, I'm a retail investor. And for me, I'm looking 3 years down the line, 4 years down the line, 5 years down the line, after XRP has secured its footing with in places like India, right? You know what I mean? But for me, I see 16 cents, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get some more of that. So, to me, I see XRP at 43 cents. Okay, I'm gonna get some more of that, right? EOS, Dan Lorimer is brilliant. I mean, everything that guy seems to do in the crypto space involving kind of technology turns to gold, right? Maybe you can dollar cost average into that, you know? And I think that's kind of the genius in the cryptocurrency space. Like I said, this is our chance to win. And so I'm going to wrap up. So, I mean, tell me what you do. Tell me what you think. Does that make sense? Liking Ripple, EOS, and Cardano to Google, eBay, and Amazon, right? So we already know what we know about Google, eBay, and Amazon, but did we know about it back then? This is our shot, guys, like I've always said. And so I'm going to wrap it up with this message. Like I always say, guys, listen, this is our chance to win. Remember this. Remember one thing. Never ever forget it. Old money doesn't want you to win. Old money doesn't want us to win. Cryptocurrency is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Are you participating? Here's what I do know. The battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Will you go get it? I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.